Everyone loves talking about motivation, the days you wake up energized, focused, certain that this is the day everything changes. But those days don't decide your financial future, because everyone works hard when they feel good. The real difference is what you do on the days you don't. Ivan remembers one of those high-energy days clearly. It was a Monday morning. He woke up before his alarm, sat at his desk with a fresh notebook and unusual clarity. He mapped out savings targets, skills to monetize, a timeline for increasing income, a strict but realistic budget. By evening, he felt powerful. This is the version of me that finally wins, he thought. That day mattered, just not for the reason he believed. Because the real test didn't come on Monday. It came on Thursday. Thursday arrived heavy. Work stretched longer than expected. Unexpected expenses hit his phone. By the time Ivan got home, the energy was gone. No drive, no excitement, no belief that today would change anything. He sat on his bed staring at the wall. The plan still existed, but his energy didn't. That's when the internal negotiation began. I'll skip today. I'll restart properly tomorrow. One day won't matter. And in that moment, Ivan realized something important. On low-energy days, there are only 3 realistic options. Push hard and burn out. Quit for the day and break momentum. Maintain continuity with minimum effort. Most people misunderstand discipline. They think discipline means intensity. They think it means pushing at full speed no matter how they feel. They confuse exhaustion with commitment. But sustainable discipline isn't about maximum output. It's about protecting your identity with a minimum action, not proving you're ambitious, proving you're consistent. Successful people don't win because they are always strong. They win because they refuse to disappear. Ivan had tried the first option before. When he forced maximum output on low-energy days, one of 2 things happened. He burned out and disappeared for a week, or he resented the process and slowly detached from it. Intensity wasn't the problem. Inconsistency was. Quitting for the day felt harmless, but Ivan knew the pattern. 1 skipped day became 2. 2 became a restart, and restarting was harder than continuing. So that night, he chose the 3rd option. Not heroic effort. Continuity. He asked himself a different question. What is the smallest action that keeps this alive? He lowered the volume, not the commitment. He told himself, I don't need progress today, I just need presence. So he opened his laptop, not to grind for hours, not to chase a breakthrough, just to protect the system. He reviewed his budget for 10 minutes, transferred a small amount into savings, watched part of a lesson tied to his new skill. Then he stopped. No rush, no pride, no dramatic sense of achievement. It felt almost insignificant, but it wasn't. Because that night wasn't about getting ahead. It was about not falling behind. Friday came with the same fatigue. Again, he didn't push hard. Again, he didn't quit. He maintained. Weeks passed. Nothing dramatic happened. No sudden financial leap. No breakthrough moment. But something subtle changed. The negotiation voice got quieter. Because repetition rewires identity. Each low-energy day he showed up, Ivan reinforced a rule. This continues whether I feel like it or not. And that rule became powerful. High-energy days still came. And when they did, Ivan expanded. He built ahead, learned faster, optimized harder. But now, when motivation vanished, nothing collapsed. No guilt spiral, no restart cycle, just steady continuity. Meanwhile, others around him lived in waves. Big motivation, Big effort, then silence, restart, repeat. Ivan wasn't more talented. He simply stopped allowing low-energy days to break the chain. Years later, the difference became visible. More savings, more skill, more stability, more options. People asked him what changed. What was the turning point? What book did he read? What strategy did he discover? Ivan thought back. There was no dramatic breakthrough, just a quiet Thursday night when he decided that feelings would no longer determine consistency. Motivation started his journey. Low-energy discipline sustained it. Wealth wasn't built on his best days. It was protected on his worst ones. So if today feels heavy, if you don't feel inspired, if the energy isn't there, good. This is not the day to prove how hard you can push. This is the day to prove you won't disappear. Because high-energy days create momentum, but low-energy days decide whether momentum survives. And survival, repeated long enough, is what builds wealth.